So you talked about teams here, and so question for you is, can an outsourced VP of sales really take ownership of an organization's sales team? Now, granted, to kind of like set the stage here, I would imagine majority of the time you're kind of being parachuted in or plugged in where maybe there's one salesperson, two salespeople, maybe upwards of 8, kind of probably max, right? I would imagine if you hit 6 or 8, then maybe you should look kind of to hire somebody full time. But
Yeah.
can an outsourced VP, I mean, have you seen that be successful with an outsourced VP of sales really kind of taking ownership of the sales team, or is that you kind of too far removed from the core of the business?
No, we've done it each of those ways. It really just depends on what the natural propensity of the leadership team is. Like, do they want some support in getting to the next level and remain with the oversight day to day and be able to do their own check-ins with the sales team and have that strategic guidance and somebody providing training and coaching? That's a great engagement. It's a great way of supporting an existing team. We definitely have taken over and run sales teams of multiple people before, where we've got an agreed schedule of reviewing calls and running the sales meeting and managing the pipeline reporting and all those sorts of things. Because this is what we've done for years and years, right? Each of the VPs we bring into the project have all run multiple sales teams. So it's bread and butter to them to get in and run the process once it exists. So yeah, they absolutely can do that. And especially if the ownership team recognizes that they've got to this level, but the sales leadership and the coaching and the pipeline conversations and all those sorts of things are not where they want to spend their time,
right?
Then actually bringing in a fractional VP who thrives at doing that and can bring a lot of value alongside the founder, who might be more technical or more creative or more involved in fundraising than they are involved in the sales pipeline conversations, for example. They can never lose touch with it, obviously.
Sure.
But yes, that can work. But it's much more common to bring in to support an executive team and take some of the stuff off them while they retain ownership, so that you can plug in a lot of resources to help them get stuff done, point things out that they might not be able to see, help them see between the lines, make recommendations, and then hand them tasks that they're going to fill in before the next touch point.
I totally agree. I mean, if you look at organizations, a lot of times the sales silo is what lacks. It's hard to find a really, really dynamic sales leader that understands the operations, the tactical work, also how to lead a team, and then kind of, interface in with the executive team. And so I've seen a lot of success with this model in particular, where maybe a company's got 3 or 4 of those silos with strong leaders, but the sales one's lacking. And so you can kind of plug in an individual within that silo to interface with the executive team and get the sales function moving, eventually replace yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking with one of our team this morning, and yeah, he was pointing out that a lot of businesses will invest very, very heavily in marketing, in technology, and all sorts of different. And they'll go and they'll sell a dream of what the product can do to an investor, but then they don't make the same level of investment in developing the sales organization, because they think the product can sell itself.
Well, it's easy as well. Don't forget that.
Right. Well, it should look easy.
Yeah.
That's one of the problems with it, right? But then they underinvest with the sales organization, and then they run into this churn problem, and they don't give that person the support that they need. So an objective fractional VP can come in and can create that space for themselves, because they're an advisor that is not in any way associated with anything other than the success of the project. There's no politics in there. It's like, let's just help, let's get people to where they need to be. And we find a lot of value in that, being able to remain very objective and have that direct line of communication across the business. There's a lot that you can do in a small business very quickly when you've got the attention of all of the stakeholders like that, and you can really make a positive move very quickly.
Agreed. And also too, like, you're laser focused on your task, right? You're not involved in the greater good of the business, which of course is important, but your focus is one focus, and that's kind of getting that sales engine, working the way that it should.
Yeah, and if you come in and you understand that a sales organization requires the fuel of lead generation and requires the process of developed step-by-step sales process where everybody knows the entry and exit criteria and knows how to hand that off to the customer success team, whoever they may be. If you just nail that process and then pour fuel on it, the business will grow significantly off the back of that. But you've got to tune it to the right people. And somebody who's done that multiple times before can make it sound easy and talk about it in 45 seconds.
Sure.
But somebody who hasn't done that before goes, okay, I'm going to come in and sell a lot myself and then get other people to do what I've done. And that just takes longer, right? If you come in and know how to build the machine and you just slot it in, that's how you can get the thing to accelerate much faster.